Guys, I can't deal with it today. I'm not changing the camera angle. That's it. Okay, first of all, this has nothing to do with the video, but guys, 10 minutes, no, like half an hour ago, I had the most curly hair ever, like that long and really curly, and I just shaved it all off, and it was like, I should have filmed it to make like a satisfying compilation. There was just curly black hair all over the floor, all over my kitchen floor. Anyways, alright, so I wanted to do this video for like multiple reasons. Like, number one, I realised that even though I'm very like honest with you guys with what I talk about, I don't actually give that much away about, like, you know, me. I just don't give that much away. So I was like, what do they actually think? Number two, I wanted to prove to myself, because I don't know what the word is. What's the word? I'm so bad with words. I feel like I always need a personal assistant to just like fill in the gap. Yeah, like I always prime myself. That's not the right word, but let's just go with it. I always claim that I just do not give a crap about what anyone says about me. And I think a huge part of this is true. Like, I'm just dead inside, just numb. So I thought, you know, let's put it to the test. This video can go either one of two ways. Like, either I'll prove to myself that I actually don't care, or I'll end up in rehab. Again. Guys, there's a wasp on my window. Hold on. Alright, it's gone. And yeah, like, I know I'm pretty late on this, like I've seen a lot of the assumptions tag, but this isn't the assumptions tag. This is the hit me where it hurts, give me your brutal, honest opinions. Not even a tag, just a video. Honestly, I was very impressed with you guys, because I thought, like, don't get me wrong, a lot of the opinions that you left of me were like so kind, so loving, so beautiful, really just hit me here, you know? But I'm not going to read all the nice ones out, because I feel like you're probably thinking, yeah, because you didn't get any nice ones, Miles. And like, some of these opinions I am not surprised about at all. Like, if I wrote myself an opinion of myself, I would have said the same thing, but some of them, I have no idea where these came from. Anyways, okay, this one's really interesting. Not that the other ones weren't, but you know what I mean. You act different to people in real life compared to how you act in front of your YouTube audience. This one could not be further from the truth, and I know this for a fact. Like, anyone that's met me, whether you met me at VegFest or Vegan Life Live or any of the places where I've given a talk, the first thing that people say to me is, oh my god, you're exactly the same in real life. And I'm just like, what did you expect? Like, you thought this was an act? Like, what, you thought I'm like some kind of cartoon character just like putting on a show for you guys? Like, I think that's one of the things I'm most proud of, actually, because I've met a lot of YouTubers that you probably watch, and they're just completely different in real life. And that's no shade, like no shade to anyone, because I know that some people do just have like an online persona, and that's fine. If they're entertaining you, that's great. But me, like, the first comment I get from everyone is, oh my god, you're actually the same in real life, like exactly the same. So obviously the one I got probably 400 times, and mainly from guys: are you gay? You're gay? Are you gay? Are you bisexual? All of that kind of stuff. No, honestly guys, I don't blame anyone for thinking this. Like, absolutely, like, don't forget, I edit my own videos, right? Like, I'm well aware of like my... There's another wasp. There's another fucking wasp. Guys, I don't blame anyone for thinking this. Like, do you not know that I edit my own videos? What do you think I see? Like, every time I edit my videos, I'm like, Miles, come on. Come on, Miles. And also, I'm aware that I have, like, what do you call it? Effeminate qualities? Feminine qualities? I don't know. Yeah, that's the right word, I think. But that's fine. Like, I'm very confident with my sexuality. Honestly, I accuse myself of it all the time, but I'm not. I can pretend. I mean, if you guys really want me to be gay, I can try. And like 99% of those comments that were like, you're gay or you're bisexual, they were written by guys, so I think it's just wishful thinking. But yeah, sorry to disappoint. And I know that in a lot of my videos, like, I talk about supplementing with vitamin D on a weekly basis, but I didn't mean in that way. Guys, where in the fully raw Christina did this one come from? Honestly, 8 or 9 people wrote this, that you and Simnet Nutrition hate each other. What? Like, no, he's like an awesome guy in real life, and I've always like promoted and supported his channel as like one that people should watch. I'm the biggest supporter of all the other male vegan YouTubers, like Brian, John, Derek, Mike the Vegan. Like, I'm probably forgetting a lot of them now, but I'm the biggest supporter of all of them. So yeah, I don't know where that's come from. I'm the biggest supporter of Derek and all the other males on YouTube that are doing a service for the planet and people's health. Having said that, there can only be one king. Your nephew is cuter. Okay, this one's a fact. No one's denying that. But also, actually, while we're on the subject of like Aslan and my nephew, a lot of people, actually like a lot of people, I think like 25 people put Aslan is my real son, and I'm just saying he's my nephew as a cover-up or something, because I don't want to admit that I've like got a child to the internet or whatever. Purely because I know he looks identical to me. For some reason he was just very unlucky and he got all of my genes. Okay, you're a very tidy person and hate getting things messy. Guys, if you only knew. I was about to go on to full-on Aaliyah then. If your girl only knew. Yeah, I'm a tidy freak. I'm a cleanliness freak. Like, if you come to my house and you move like a picture frame or like a cushion, like it will be put back within 5 seconds. I'm that kind of guy. In fact, if I'm being honest, some of my messier friends, and you know exactly who you are, they're actually banned from sitting on my couch because I just cannot deal with... I can't deal. You never actually try the recipes in your videos before you film them, guys. Caught. Red-handed caught. Like, we all know, like, baking with Miles, like, baking with Miles is just like every single baking with Miles that I've done, I've never tried the recipe before. Like, most of the time it's not even a recipe, it just... somehow it's worked most of the time. But even in my actual like what I ate in a day videos, like, yeah, everything is an experiment. But then again, having said that, I would never post it and tell you guys that it was good if it wasn't good. So yeah, I do try things on camera for the first time a lot, like a lot, but you only see the ones that work. So you're very submissive in bed. Where did this come from? I want to know. Whoever wrote that, can you just leave me a comment down below? Because, you know, I'm an animal. I'm sorry guys, but when something's true, it's true. Okay, I said I wasn't going to read like many like nice ones out because, let's face it, that's not fun. But just wanted to read this one, which really touched me because it's from someone that I like used to watch and I find a very inspiring person. It's from the amazing Delicious Journey is her Instagram. You have actually no idea how funny, charming, handsome and amazing you are. I find it difficult to take compliments from people because I don't know, I feel like I've had... Okay, we're getting a bit deep here, but I feel like I've had so much, and I'll talk more about this in other videos, but I've had so much mental and physical abuse since I was very young. You know, we don't crave the love that we need, we crave the love that's familiar, right? Like, familiar to me, like since I was very young, is like very bad mental and physical abuse. So when people hit me with nice comments, and again, thank you to everyone who left me a loving comment, it's very hard for me to accept. It's almost like I want to reject it, and then like just read out a bad comment to kind of fill the gap. Which we'll do now. I love your videos, you are extremely honest, maybe too honest, but you seem nice. Like, I'm all about honesty. Like, all of my friends and my family know this. Like, the one biggest quality, the thing that means the most to me, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a family member, whether it's an acquaintance, like someone I work with or whatever, like the human trait that I appreciate the most is just honesty, just blunt honesty. And I'm fed up of living in this world in 2019 where you're like not allowed to say this and not allowed to say that, and you have to tread on eggshells around so many different subjects. And I'm just like, no, we're all thinking these things, let's just speak about them, just be honest, be open, and it's going to make the world a better place. Look at that, Miles for president. You would sell your girlfriend for tahini. Guys, why do you think me and Amanda broke up? Alright, one of my best friends had the nerve to come and chime in with her opinion. Miss Tori Ree, she's fire, love her to bits. And even she said her initial opinion of me was, thought you might be a bit up your own arse. And I think a lot of people, when they first meet me, or maybe when they first watch me before they get to know like the real me, I can understand that because my personality is quite strong, and I know a lot of people find it quite overpowering, and sometimes people mistake that for me being like arrogant or overconfident or cocky, but it's actually, it's not, it's just me, I can't change it, but then they end up loving me. So yeah, I feel like there's a clear difference between confidence and arrogance. Like, honestly guys, I used to be arrogant. I'm gonna be really honest. I used to be a little shit. When I was like 17, 18, and I was like #1 in Great Britain, like in tennis, traveling around the world, like playing Wimbledon, all the Grand Slams, etc. Like, I was a little shit. Deep down, I don't think I was a horrible person. Like, deep down, I know I've always had a good heart and always shown people like a lot of love. But back then, that was arrogance. Like, I just didn't, I didn't have a good team of people around me that kept me grounded. And because I've been through that experience of being an arsehole to people and thinking that I like was better than people just because I had like a certain standard, or like, what's the word? Certain standard or status in sport, like I actually felt that I was like above other people, and to me that is absolutely disgusting.
Don't do like this.
And looking back, I'm so glad I went through what I did go through, because it pulled me back down to like being a very down-to-earth and grounded person. And I look back to those days, and even though I did like still show a lot of people love, the people that I was close with, I was a dick, okay? I was a dick, let's just put it out there. And I'm glad that I had like a harsh wake-up call. You don't let people into your life easily? Nope, I don't. I've dealt with a lot of really cruel and violent people in my time, so... Alright, my assumption is that you're a ladies' man and you're a bit of a player. Yeah, like 18, 19-year-old Miles, like... yeah, like 100%, but like now, not at all. Not at all. Now it's like, I know the right person will come to me as and when it's meant to be. Like, that's what I believe. And then also knowing me, because I have attachment issues, I'll push them away. So, looking forward to that. You are underweight. Okay, a few people said this, I'm not underweight. I have always spoken about how because of the sport that I was in, I carry a lot of my muscle, like legs, lower body. I'm never going to have a big upper body. But just to give you some perspective, I'm 5'11" and weigh almost 80 kilos. So, by no means am I underweight. I know BMI is a pile of shit, but if you were to go by BMI, I'm actually at the higher end of the normal weight section, which is kind of crazy. But no, not underweight at all. I'm not ashamed to say it, but at my worst, I was like, I think, almost down to 50 kilos. So, no. I've built my health to like 30 kilos heavier. And yeah, definitely not underweight. You have high standards for girls you're into physically. This one is absolutely 100% true, and I'm not like ashamed to say that. I'm not a vain person or someone that only judges people on looks, but let's be honest, guys. Like, I know a lot of people say like, oh, the most important thing in a relationship, I'm talking like a relationship, they're always like, you know, the most important thing is personality and looks don't matter. I'm sorry, I don't understand that. Like, I'm sorry, but like having a relationship with someone based only on their, or like predominantly on their personality, that's a friend. And yes, I do have high standards when it comes to the people that I'm attracted to, and why should I be ashamed to say that? I honestly thought you were like 20 when I first started watching your videos. Guys, tell me about it. Like, I get this every single day. When I tell people that I'm like 30, they don't believe me, ever. But right, story time. I don't know if it's a thing in other countries, but here in the UK, you have to look over 25 to buy painkillers. I'm talking like Panadol and like Nurofen, like paracetamol, which obviously like I don't take a lot of, but like I needed to buy some when I had a fever like a few months back. Guys, I got ID'd. Like, no one would believe that I was over 25. And then even when I showed the ID, they accused me of it like being fake. Low-key a fuckboy. Not anymore. You are emotionally unstable. This one is true. Yeah, like there's a big part of me that's like very confident and like very level-headed and like intelligent in certain ways, but I'm definitely emotionally unstable. Like, I'm not one to lie about my past. I do have very, very bad anxiety. I do have a lot of issues. So this one is true. Don't know where the hell this one came from, but you'd be friends with Raw Alignment if you met her in person. Guys, like honestly, I don't like to discriminate, right? I try and be friendly to everyone and greet everyone with open arms, but to be one of my friends, you do have to have at least 2 brain cells. Just 2. So sometimes you smoke weed. Guys, let me tell you a story. Guys, let me tell you something. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a stoner or anything like that, but once upon a time, actually recently, I edited a whole vlog while I was just like, I'm a lightweight. Like, anything touches me like very, very hard. The first time I tried marijuana, like I could barely even walk. So the fact that I edited a whole vlog, if any of you guys can guess which vlog that was, extra points for you. You like to be tied in the bedroom. You pretend that you don't care about criticism and insults, but really, they do get to you a lot. They don't get to me a lot at all. They don't. I just don't care, like, about anything. Well, I mean, some things, but... Okay, this next one just sums me up. Sums me up in one sentence. You're like an onion with many layers. Right there. Right there. Best analogy ever. I'm an onion. Come on, let's go! Anyways, guys, that is it from me today. I'm gonna go back in the sun and change race again. So yeah, after all of that, to wrap things up, do I care what people think about me?